I hate slow computers. They waste your time, they make you angry, and above all else, it's an added stress to your life that you don't need. Luckily, I was taught by Steve Gardner. He is a professor at Blue River Career Center and teaches computer information technology, which makes me smart enough to know how to enhance the speed of your computer. Now, by a show of hands, who has a Windows-based machine and it has slowed down the longer they've had it? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and start this laptop. And don't worry, it's not going to take very long. When this laptop does finish starting up, I want you to tell me if you want a computer that can start this quickly by a show of hands. It should be... Oh, it's already started. Alright then. Well, luckily for all of you, I am a computer science major and I've developed 3 easy ways to teach you guys how to enhance the speed of your computer. We are going to do system configuration maintenance, which I know sounds really complicated, but don't worry. I broke it down into 3 easy steps. It's super simple. Then we are going to do delete your browser history. Then we're going to delete all those old programs you don't need anymore. So the first thing I said is we're going to do system configuration maintenance. Now that's a whole bunch of words that Windows describes as system configuration is a tool to help you identify potential problems that may be causing Windows to start incorrectly. Which is another huge clump of words that basically says there's programs starting when your computer starts, which is why it takes forever. So I'm going to be teaching you this from a Windows 8 perspective. The first thing you need to do whenever you're trying to get to your system configuration is simply press the Windows key. Once you've pressed the Windows key, you should be on the Windows Startup screen. Once here, simply go to the right-hand side of your screen and open up this tab. Hit the search function, and now you're going to type in msconfig, which I'm going to edit that into the video. Normally I would write it on the board behind me. Once you've done that, you should get a little box that looks like this. On that box, at the top, you can see that there's General, Boot, Services, Startup, and Tools. You're going to want to go to the Startup tab. And then click on Open Task Manager. Now, once you hit Open Task Manager, you should get a list of all the programs that are starting when your computer starts. The less of these that are enabled, the faster your computer is going to start. Now, a lot of people would normally be pretty scared to just start disabling stuff, but realistically, nothing in this is going to affect your computer in a negative way. There might be something you turn off that you want back on, but don't freak out. Just do the steps we just done and turn it back on. Nothing in here is going to harm your computer, and the less they're enabled, the faster your computer will start and potentially run. So, step 1 is complete, and we're moving on to step 2. Step 2 is as simple as deleting your browser's history. There's tons of browsers out there, but today we're going to be going through Google Chrome. Chrome is the #1 used internet browser, and all browsers typically delete their history in the same manner. So you could probably take what I'm saying here and transfer it onto your own browser. So if you look, all I did was open up Google Chrome. Once you open Google Chrome, simply go to the top right here and press the 3 bars. A menu will open, go to History, and delete your history. Clear browsing data. Clear browsing data. Now, why do we delete our history? Why is that going to increase my speed? Well, several websites install these things called cookies, and cookies track your activity. Then companies will sell this information from tracking your activity to bigger companies who try to then improve their websites based on things you're doing, and in rare cases will give the website access to your computer through that cookie. But that is a very rare case, so don't freak out. However, knowing that, it is good to empty out our browser history. Moving on to the final step, and you'll be moving at the speed of light, or at least as fast as your hardware will let you, is deleting those old programs we no longer want. This one is just as simple as the first two. Once again, we're going to press that Windows key and send us back to the Windows Start menu. We're going to once again go on over to the right tab, press that search button, and this time we're going to type in Control Panel and press Enter. Once you open Control Panel, it should look something like this. Actually, yours is going to look a little bit more like that. It's going to be in category form. However, for the purpose of this speech, go ahead and go to the top right where it says View by Category, drop that window down and change it to large icons. This will give us access to everything and not individual categories. So once we've done that, just go ahead and scroll down until you see Programs and Features. Click on Programs and Features, and this is a list of everything that's installed onto your computer. From here, you're going to want to go through and delete all those old programs you no longer want. A little bit of a disclaimer. Don't just go randomly deleting things in here. Unlike msconfig, you may delete something that is potentially controlling something else, which is called a driver. Although unlikely, just delete stuff that you know what it is. And once you've done that, you've emptied your history, and you did your system configuration maintenance, your computer should be running at lightning speed. So, that was my speech. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There were a couple mistakes. I wanted to explain what history was before I had you delete it. That was one mistake. Another mistake was I wanted to, I know there was another one. Oh, I wanted to explain that when you delete icons, it doesn't delete the program, and that programs are still in program files, so that's another error. Basically, there were a couple little errors, but typically when I'm facing the camera, I'm doing this, it's a little bit harder because I've got things on my mind like the camera. Can the camera see the laptop? Silly stuff like that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I did well for just doing the practice speech, and I'll see you guys next time.